Good stick right there. Okay, let's take a look at our defensive starting lineup.
I think everybody else likes seeing not seeing old guys out there anymore. Marco Wilson is going to be a fun guy because this guy played a lot of football in Arizona. Third down is what it's about, offensively and defensively.
The pressure. It's Dietrich's wide.
Dietrich's wide. That's the way you start a game as a defense. On one right here. He's a true pro. He's a veteran. He's an old guy. But I think these young guys are looking at for direction. And here we see Ramondre Stevenson doing what he does around the edge for this offense, which is so big because that's what they want to stick to.
Tyquan Thornton, Jalen Reagor, and Austin Hooper at tight end with KJ Osborne. Jacoby's going to want that one back. Okay, good protection here. It's a good throwaway. It's a good scramble right there. You know, when they get this solidified too up front, you know, we'll talk about that throughout the course of this broadcast. The 5 offensive linemen you're going to pick and roll with. Ooh, nice stick. 31 starters out today. Not playing with top 2 quarterbacks. Oh, almost got one. All right, 3rd and 10 here. It's a big get off down. New blitz. It's a nice ball. Drop. Good stick. They need more than that on 1st down. That's that zone run again. So that from college.
I think, you know, we talked about it in the production meeting. Just these guys, they're looking at
repeating paragraphs to try to get everybody lined up in the right position and trying to get the playoff. That's the operation. It's such a different game for these young quarterbacks.
The series, and then all of a sudden you push into a long yardage situation, 2nd and 14. You want to make sure you keep them out of these tough situations early on.
Good call, screen. Yeah, good call. And if you pick it up, you pick it up. There you go. Got it. And we go. And so now you get the opportunity to call a whole play. Nice throw. It's tough in the rain. We talked about it, Zoe, like these guys in the rain when the ball's hot.
Just a reminder, this time of the year, it's new for everybody. This is the first preseason game for everybody in 2024. So you come out here and it's raining. A good decision there to check the ball down, but I got to get back to Hoyer. But
each individual guy, what he has, and as opposed to, you know, something like, you know, the Josh McDaniel system where we're using a code word and it tells multiple people what they're doing. So, you know, you just got to pick your poison.
That's a tough one. Yeah, backup center's a concern right now. You guys get chirped on Twitter a lot?
We don't want 32 up here in the booth. Like, remember when? No, there's a new 32 in town. Jalen Hawkins, he's getting ready to make a play. I get it. You don't want to hear us talking about Super Bowls and stuff. Ball is out. Ball is out. Did he call him down? I think he called him down.
A lot of 3rd and longs here.
A lot of 3rd and longs. Welcome to the preseason. 2 brand new head coaches. I don't think they want to be in this many 3rd and longs. Challenge flag on the play.
Offense, number 70. That's half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
Good job by Jennings coming off the block.
I would think they want to show something because I don't think they put Drake May in there without this starting offensive line to make sure he's protected.
Short. Real short. So the big thing Gerard Mayo has talked about as camp has gone on is the reps.
And that makes so much sense, though, because, you know, people go to practice every day and they talk about the reps. But as a coaching staff, sometimes you decide to practice reps because you know who's going to get the reps in the game. And I think some of that has to do with how long do you want to play David Andrews? How long do you want to play Michael Owenu? Yeah. And I don't think they wanted to put Drake May in there without those guys on the field.
I think for these quarterbacks, they know they can rely on that he's going to be in the right spot. As Zappe gets the ball, drops it, picks it up, and he does what Zappe did a year ago. He comes in and just excites the crowd.
All right, Brian, I spent 9 years as a backup. You've been a starter. You've bounced around. You've been on multiple teams.
On the offense,
how tough is it for a guy like Bailey
that's a 5-yard
Zappe?
penalty. Second down.
And does he end up here? Maybe he does. But if not, at least you want to go out there and play as good as you can to show the league that you can be, a productive player somewhere else.
So it's coming back.
He has done and said all the right things.
Yeah.
And, for me, from afar, and I've talked to you guys a little bit about this, I'd be surprised if he's still here sort of at the end of camp, and the fact that he hasn't really asked.
Talked about it, with this offensive line. They don't want Drake and Jacoby playing, so you're going to play a lot. So go out there and execute and let the chips fall where they may.
And plays like that one right there for Bailey Zappe.
And it's another one. We keep talking about these long yardage situations. I think they got to get back to trying to run this football as Jalen Rager falls on the play.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 4. There was no receiver in the area, and he's in the pocket. It's a loss of down, 10-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, if they were on the field
Clean
playing
hit.
defense, they would have thought that was a real penalty.
Yeah, clean
Hey, Paul,
hit.
you didn't hear me say the DB pulled him down. I still see the defense. I was trying to be nice about it.
Yeah, and from my quarterback perspective, I'm saying the receiver fell down.
It's obviously carried into the game.
Paul, you're right, and they were in a good rhythm in that drive, and that's what the NFL and football is about. Now you set this drive up where you don't play well. DeMarcus Covington is going to talk about that early tomorrow.
No edge, no chance.
Plummer. You get the rookie from Louisville in now.
As a team, you want to always be playing, and Judon's not playing tonight, but he's taking mental reps and helping the young guys.
I think it's also so important because you can't ignore the fact that a week ago we were talking about Matthew Judon and he's unhappy in his contract and he's at practice and he's not at practice. Coaching on the sideline of him wanting his guys to do great.
Yeah, and I think even when you talk about Judon, last thing is, if you think he's just not out here because of the contract.
Let's take a look at David Walls here, guys, number 30. He's made some plays during camp. Special teamer, wide receiver. Sort of an Amendola type. Juggle that.
The rookie, Caden Wallace, who's seen some time at tackle as well in training camp, and it's been a revolving door for them. The one consistent has been, you've seen the middle of it, it's been Michael Owenu, it's been Sidney Soul, it's been David Andrews in the interior of that offensive line.
Michael Owenu going back outside the right tackle possibly could be a part of being the best spot. They paid him like a tackle, so there's a chance I think that they view, hey, if we have to, we...
For me, I always remember, I always keep my helmet on because that's even more realistic. And you listen to plays, and then as you're watching, you're like, what am I going to do on this play? And play it out yourself. It's a good play there. Yeah.
Nice little flip by Zappe right there.
Good run.
So that gets your 5 right there. We spoke with Kevin Harris yesterday, and as long as I can see it, it's the stuff in the middle that I can't take care of.
Yeah, for so many years, the inside of the pocket was so, integral to how Tom played. And I think...
He lost it.
Yeah, Paul, when you look at that route and you're watching it, the same page doesn't always show up. But that's also why we play these preseason games.
Yeah, and not only that, young receivers, you coming from college where you're the top guy. Now you're going in the NFL, and even if it's the backup corner, they can cover it. So
Are you going to be the one to comment on having a lot of hair?
I'm just saying.
Well, you got 3 ball guys on this. flag down.
Holding on the offense, number 61, half the distance to the goal. First down.
With a bunch of young guys that you don't even know all that much. As a matter of fact, your teammate, the only other teammate is up in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, I got a couple of them up at the ball head crew, you know, him, Jason, and Devin and Hoyer. So, yeah, I'll see Devin and Jason and Hoyer after the game. So hopefully they've been nice to me throughout this broadcast.
On the team. But it was really good to talk to him about his role here on this team.
Sean Wade.
There was a saying when I was at DB, CTTOY.
Where was that one? It was just like popped right up
Miami,
in the air. That was Miami.
It was also the Jets too. I can go down a long list of them.
I was thinking Jets.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, Joe. We can get into it.
Well, somehow still have
you talk about David Walls.
Right here, and this kid's been making some plays.
After he has a big return, that's the stuff that you love. They're spitting out their sunflower seeds, but still cheering on their guys.
Tough shot right there, pressure.
Let's see Baker down the bottom.
That hit. That's good. 28-yard throw. Hey, Brian Hoyer, when he brings Polk in,
looking at the gap, and if one gap gets cut off, you go to the next gap. That gap gets cut off, you find the end zone, and you score a touchdown, Kevin Harris. That's what I'm talking about. And he said he knows they want to run the ball. Let's go. So, and Kevin Harris does that right here.
Should never throw it down there, right? You get the ball first and go inside the 5. You guys got to ram that home.
Kickers throw on the field.
On kickoff and kickoff return, because the coaches are still figuring out exactly what it's going to look like.
Good job getting up.
For these guys to try to show up, special teams, defense, offense, and try to make some plays.
All right, we got movement. False start.
False start on the offense, number 64. That's a 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Everybody what to do.
Man, you guys got it easy.
Hey, you don't have to say all these words. Lean on with Christian Barmore out. And I look at a guy like you just said, Zoe, Sam Roberts. He's been there for a while. He showed up a little bit. We're going to need him to step up this year. Right here, number 8, like that.
It's only their second first down. Oh, didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Was that a fumble?
Get on the ball and let the refs figure it out.
Getting a chance to get out there and get after the quarterback. Good speed off the edge, and they're going to need that. They're going to need pressure from all different guys. Oh, what a play.
Oh, he got rocked.
Just needs the red sleeves.
Good tackle.
Could unbuckle the shoulder pads, but you had to keep all of it on. Doesn't have to wear your helmet. But you're right, though. I mean, a year ago, Sean Payton, he gets to the Broncos, and we're having bucket hat conversations and all type of stuff surrounding what guys should be doing in the preseason.
That's a little extreme there, yeah.
Make sure the guys are getting some work, but you're keeping them healthy and making sure you're playing the best you can for the season.
And you're still evaluating guys. You're still evaluating Bailey Zappi. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of Joe Milton in the second half because you're still at 2-minute drill. So we'll see it right here with Bailey Zappi. So I can't wait to see what Joe Milton's first play looks like.
Get that? Oh, we got it.
Exactly. Now your defense was due 2 minutes. Maybe with a line drive.
Oh, you're going to watch that potential.
This might be
drop tackle.
This might be
hip drop.
The first hip drop tackle.
During the return,
big time.
double blocking the
So since we had to add time back onto the clock.
Ooh. Drop it. Didn't drop it. Thank you, Stacy from Patriots. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to call this.
Is there no Zolak?
Great blitz. Doesn't have to twist his arm to become a coach.
Yeah, I know. He told me he was just playing golf every day. So when they asked him, he was like, you know what, maybe I should be doing something else other than playing golf. And I think he's been really good, even talking to some of the linebackers.
You guys get on a flight. Like I travel with the team, and I see you guys get handed these tablets. An hour after the game, they flip the film over. I used to cut it up by hand. That's what we did.
And we're not that young. We had the big binders that you had to carry around and put in your book bag. And Coach Belichick used to make sure you had your binder with you on the road. Kayshon Boutte's showing up again.
I'll tell you what. So as I said, Booty made a couple catches this week.
The guy that jumps off the film when he's out there with his quickness and his speed. He's not going anywhere. There's a big hit coming across the middle as he holds on to that one. The thing you can do is what Boutte's doing is making plays out there as Zappy's getting his 2-minute drill rolling.
Zapping a little bit of rhythm here. He hit that 16-yarder to Booty.
This is just a good moment even for the coaching staff.
I was brought in last year to be the veteran as Jacoby Myers went to Vegas, and we haven't seen you, if any, so far tonight. And throughout practice a little bit, he's been going with the 3 somewhat.
Yeah, so you just wonder if that's telling because
yes, as an old thing we should do is watch what these guys do when they get the reps. Do they make plays? Do they not? But we have to just see how it works.
That's an incomplete. You got a guy in the area there. I want to go down to Brian Hoyer here. Brian, you know, as we approach halftime here, do you think Zappy's going to get the call to make the turn to see how he comes out in the second half, or you think they saw enough and we're going to go with Joe Milton? It's coming up. Still at the 22.
You do have a couple of your rookie class up here on the offensive line. Caden Wallace is out there. I think Layden Robinson's out there. So you get a chance to see a little bit of your rookie class and see how they're holding up.
Nice catch by Baker.
There's another one of the offensive line, not the most glamorous spot, right? But they need a backup center. Jake Andrews, you guys profiled when you did the medical reports earlier in the game. Jake Andrews was probably going to be the backup center. Mafi's out.
In charge of making the calls, and in this system, that center has to make those calls. So you really need to come up with someone in case something happens to David Andrews that can really fill in.
That if anything does happen to David, he can step up and play.
32. That's comfortable. Oh, that's a good ball. Mooney had a chance. Sure wasn't me. But I mean, we gotta go to the original top of the show there. That's your head coach, right? Suits are so much more tapered now.
Yes.
Back in the day, man, we had these big suits, the shoulders. Of course, that was Jonathan Kraft and Robert Kraft.
Football team and be the one leading them out there in his first preseason game. Really cool journey for Gerard Mayo, who went through
and started doing all of these different tasks that coaches were doing during his playing career because he got injured 3 years in a row. And he said that's when he knew, all right, I might be able to coach someday. So it showed up and worked out for Gerard.
It's not only the on-the-field stuff, it's the off-the-field stuff.
Head football coach in New England Patriots. There's no comparisons for him. He's just going out there doing what he knows. And I think that's the part that you got to love. And this defense, you got to love how they've been all around the ball. Joe Giles Harris again.
4th and 10. Oh.
Play game on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
They don't want to do that.
Back him up 5 yards and gives our guy David Wallace another chance.
Not going to get a chance here.
Whoa. Elliott Wolf with what they need, and we were just talking about it. Some of that came from extending guys and giving out new contracts, and they've done that.
Definitely, and you're talking about the change that we're seeing. Some of those people in leadership,
because they want new guys. They want the big free agent to come in. If you don't sign these guys back, you got to replace them. And it also sends a message to your locker room. And
looks like all the reports is you offered the right money, you want everything. He didn't want to come here. His team knows, hey, we're building, we got to get better, we got to make it more attractive.
Things that he's looking for, and I think that's why you saw so many guys like Kyle Duggar and Michael Wenu. Those guys were valuable re-signings, and I do agree, and I am, believe me,
To take care of your own guys, I think, like they were saying up top, you know, people who come in, they realize if I do what I'm supposed to do, they're going to take care of me.
you want to get your center. You
Trying to block these defensive ends.
and Zoe, to hit on what you're talking about for Elliott Wolf, and you guys are talking about as a flag comes out here, and we'll wait to see what the call is going to be on this
Well,
one.
again,
It's got to be a delay.
on the offense, it's a 5-yard penalty. They're down.
So delay the game, and they're still kind of going backwards as they're trying to clean up this operation picks, and they brought guys in, and they were able to win a Super Bowl with a guy like Matthew Stafford. So I do think, to your point, Elliott Wolf going after Calvin Ridley, being in the conversations about Brandon Ayuk. Those are the things that this front office realized here. They all said, hey, where's May and reps, and then Zappy and Milton are splitting reps. So they're still figuring this thing out as well.
Corner blitz picked up. Good job by Plummer there with the read.
There you go, dog. You want to see what I do when I come out for real? Come off the edge on the blitz. Running back picks me up, okay.
Maybe even talk a little bit of trash out there.
I like corners with swagger.
Yes. Zoe, you're a guy that played with a lot of
I played
swagger.
with Ty. Oh, yeah, I talked to two.
That doesn't surprise me.
Used to shoot guns and stuff.
Delay game. On the offense, that's a 5-yard penalty. They're down.
A lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties.
Potentially talking about moving the league year to where it starts at the beginning of summer.
I was in the game at this point, finishing out the game, trying to do something on special teams, but trying to show the coaches that I understood the defense and could make a play.
Come on, this is our guy. There we go. Hey, that's eight more yards. That is 8 more yards around that corner. Sticks it right on Baker. Little hook route to the right.
He hadn't called a play in the huddle since he was 17 years old. So it's insane. And this is a guy that played at 2 different schools. So he's not like, but now showing what you can do with your mind.
Hey, let's give Joe Miller some love. That thing said 246 pounds. He said he's down around 235. He said he's got on a good diet. He understands what he needs to do.
Well, that's what Cam used to tell us in practice. You know, as DBs, Scott, you know, you can't touch the quarterback in practice. But we'd come on a blitz, and I'd yell as loud as I possibly could, sack! And Cam would start laughing.
This has probably been the best they've run the ball on this drive with a couple run plays that have hit.
Good movement. Look out. Get out of here. Fans love it. They love it.
There he goes.
Shut out. You happy with the way these guys are playing?
So far, all the guys are playing well. They're playing their technical fundamentals. There he is. Told you, he's going to move. In order to be a good defensive coach, you have to know offense. So he's been in this system for a long time. He's able to.
Fourth quarter, go make plays with your legs.
Hoyer, you're here. Tell us about that throw right there.
It's a little bit deliberate to where the other corner could jump it a little bit. All right, what are you thinking here? Third and what? 30. That's why I'm not coaching.
We still got to figure out who the kicker is, too, so it's a part of it. Oh! That's a good ball by Joe Milton, though.
That's going to get in there. Nice kick by Slide. It's a 42-yarder. So it's got a chance to get in there. Well, we're going to bring it up.
That'll be a fun watch.
That defense at the end of last year.
Yeah, Eagles is a good football team. Ball on the ground.
Sloppy. Little check sweep action. 2. You probably had to love being that second corner in the cover 2. They throw that inside out route.
Patriots defense very content. They dropped into a zone. Ball is the organization. It's the most valuable thing out there.
Danny Amendola made a career out of this. Like, remember the first Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys? You know, they didn't want to cut him, and they ended up cutting him, and he bounced around. Coming back, cold.
Carrying. There is a flag on the play.
Legal use.
10. You end up with a 1st and 15. And running.
Yard gain right there. Confusion on the route here. Got away with good cushion here on the bottom. 1st and 10 again. Good strong run.
Of them being able to keep Jacoby Brissett clean and Drake May clean throughout this preseason. But the main thing for this football team is they're going to have to be able to move people to run the ball to have any success on the offense.
You guys are the same age. Oh, nice look. Oh, man. That's a dart.
Handshake. Joe Miller said he was going to have one ready for the guys.
Yeah, we asked Joe Miller. He said no backflip, just handshakes.
His dad's got to be fired up. Coming out. Chance. Good stuff right there. Great breakdown there, Brian. Jake Luton in at quarterback now.
And it's a good point by Hoyer that we watch this throughout the NFL. Sometimes these receivers.
Quick fake. Catch outside.
Yeah, another pre-snap penalty.
Legal shift on the offense. Number 12 did not reset. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Taking his time, setting his feet, knowing what he's doing with his vision, and doing it with a purpose. It's one thing when somebody, hey, quarterbacks lift people off, but knowing he was going back, I think that was a really good job by him.
Yeah, there's kind of 2 rules of thought with a double move.
Subtle move with the shoulders too, right? That's how he gets the safety to react.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't just look. I think we could ask Devin on you know, those are the things that
good tackle.
They're going to study.
But going out there interacting with the fans, and now when you get your chance, you show up in the game and you do it right. That was a 4th down right there. A little bit of a pick play up top to get the receiver open.
Your first game, you know, scramble around, make some great plays. Your dad's in the stands, and then cap it off with a great touchdown pass.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brian, because, like, you know, again, the limited reps.
Yep. And first game action for a lot of people, you know, myself included this year. And you know, we'll go in and clean it up, but it's good seeing the young guys go out there and make some plays. There's a lot. It's a great opportunity for a lot of guys. You know, it's good for veterans, too, to get out there because obviously we've got new players and things like that, so get out there, work all the kinks out, just to play how he wants to play.
I'm not saying Jacoby Brissett. I was having a little fun with him, but 8 years ago he was good. And you were right along with him.
Yeah, I think having Jacoby back is big.
There you go. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, guys.
That's a guy that knows us, Kev. When he says something like that, there are people at home right now like, man, David Andrews, he knows those guys.
Yeah,
safe and home.
Him and his wife, Mackenzie,
Mackenzie
talked to them, and they were in good spirits. I talked to him when it was happening, so always good. And me and him joked about it. When you have that second kid, you're a little bit more calm.
Dev, you've been such a great leader off the field, doing the community stuff. Slater, you guys are retired. He's still kicking it.
Yep.
Oh, he got it. What a pick. Oh, no.
Called him incomplete.
White. Drop. good. Got one more kickoff, guys.
You look at guys like Matthew Slater or defensive backs or wide receivers. I don't know with this new kickoff. You don't have to sprint down the field anymore, so we
Outside.
might see bigger guys, tight ends and linebackers.
Well, even with this new dynamic kickoff, we watched it in the first game where we saw Chicago not at all.
Kill formation. 6 tight diamond. Usually have Slater back there.
Jay, you ever line up at...
That was fun seeing you guys in Kansas City celebrate. That's still one of my favorite games. To do that was great.
It's the only reason I'm sitting next to you guys right now, that people are actually hiring me.
Aja lo ya.